Hello, I'm Hobo Munchie. This is Tin Sandwich with Hobo Munchie. This is a new harp I've been playing with, messing around with. This is a pin harp, brand new. I don't play them very much because I can't really play them at church. We don't really play in minor chords, so I don't get to play as much. So I just thought I would give it a shot. This is a pin harp in D. Today we are going to be talking about my history in music. As right now, I'm just a beginner harmonica player. I mostly play Richter tuned harmonicas, but when I first like I've always been a music fan, and so I've always listened to music, mostly like metal, rock and roll, that type of thing, and punk rock, also some weird new wave stuff. I loved Evo. A lot of weird, just weird music. I had like industrial, like Ministry and stuff. Throbbing Gristle. I used to take a lot of hallucinogens and listen to the weird sounds of Throbbing Gristle. That was pretty awesome to me. And when I was into that life, I'm not into that life anymore. I'm sober and I'm trying to walk with the Lord. That type of thing. But yeah, I've always been a fan of music. I always wanted to be in bands, But I was always like on drugs and in trouble as a kid, wasn't like like a good dude, I was a little handful. I was a little brat, little rebellious, degenerate, delinquent, That's what I was when I was a kid. So, and my family was poor anyway. A lot of my friends, they weren't, their family wasn't that poor, so they were able to give them like guitars and amps and stuff. And I never, my family, was poor. It was just the way it was, And but I've always loved music, always wanted to be in bands, and then had like this crazy life, and finally, I think I was about like 28 years old, I got sober for the first time, and I wanted to join a band because some of my friends were in bands, and they were in recovery, and I'm like, this would be the perfect time to start a band. I asked my friend, he told me he played bass, so I was like, ooh, to start a band. He's like, oh, we ain't got no equipment, and I'm like, I never worry about like stuff like details, So I'm like, yeah, whatever. Anyway, I got like 9 months sober at the time, and I started going to school to become a drug and alcohol counselor, and I was going to school, and then I was supposed to write this paper that I didn't want to write, So I quit doing those classes, and I started to take music classes, so I didn't have to write any papers, I've always been kind of lazy all my life, and that to show you a little bit of that. So I switched over to recording artists. I started like hanging out with people that were doing music in school, and at City College. And then when I got a bass and I started learning how to play bass, my buddy was like, well, I can play guitar, and and he finally got a guitar, and we started a band. Well, actually, I started another band. Forgot about that. I started another band, and we got a rental space, in a place called Thunder Music, and I'll talk about that place because that place was rad. It was really unique. But we got a place called Thunder Music, and I did everything. I got everyone together. I got us our first gig. But the guy that I really didn't invite into the band, he didn't like. He was just a weirdo. A young kid. And so he didn't like playing with me and stuff, and the drummer and him like playing with each other. I think in music wise, I always get myself caught up in stupid thoughts. Sorry, But yeah, so they wanted to play together in a band, and so I got the boot of my own band, something that I put together. So I put together another band, that same night, and so it was called Orange Cap, and it was just a punk rock band. That was a lot of fun, and I did stupid antics, wore stupid costumes and stuff, and did a lot of stupid things. But did some recordings and stuff, and we were starting to get good. But then, life situations happened, and just it wasn't possible anymore. So but yeah, that band was a lot of fun, and I learned a lot about dealing with people in bands, and then every time I got sober, like I gotta back up a little bit. So when I relapsed, I sold all my equipment for drugs. That's part of the process. If you use drugs seriously, like if you shoot up drugs, you're not gonna have things that you want to have in life, like music equipment, jobs, responsibility, girlfriends. They don't dig stuff like that. You can't be a normal human being when you're strung out and addicted to drugs. It just doesn't happen. So if you're young and you're thinking that you want to be in a band or try to play music and you think you're gonna party and stuff and have a great life, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're not. Anyway, so that was my little situation there. And then every time I got clean and got in a good situation, I bought music equipment, and I played, practiced, recorded stuff, when I was in school, my degree, I got a certificate of completion. I didn't do like the general education. I just did the core classes in recording arts. So I got a certificate and not a degree, But anyway, that was in recording arts, and so for a lot of years, I'd always just put a studio together and just play in my house and record music and have fun that way. That was really cool and fun. So I did that, and then this last time I was homeless for quite a while. I think, and because I returned to drugs again. I sold all my stuff. It's the same story every time. Same story. You get high, you relapse, you become addicted. You get strung out, you sell all your stuff. If you have something that's cool, that's valuable, that's worth money, you're gonna sell it for drugs, and then you're gonna, once all that stuff is gone, you're gonna do other bad habits. It's just the nature of the beast. And so I just want to throw it out there, and so this time, and I've been a believer in God for a long time, but I just couldn't follow the teachings of Jesus. And but this last time, I was put in this hotel. It's basically a homeless shelter, that they were doing during COVID. And I've been here a year, and I was able to get. Well, I was thinking about, hey, because I was doing my art. I draw and I paint and stuff, and so I got all my art stuff, and I was thinking, man, I like to play music again, Because I'm a firm believer that art and music makes the world a better place, makes it happy. You can, people's self-expression. It can be used for good stuff as well as bad stuff, And but I think as a general rule, art and music make the world a better place. So I want to do it as much as I can when I'm in a normal state of mind. So so I started getting some art stuff, and I was thinking, hey, I really can't afford it. And if I end up being homeless again, I got a van, so I was thinking that maybe I might end up living in my van after this. And so I got a van, and I was thinking, well, I'll get some art stuff, but if I get into some music, I need something portable, small, And I was thinking, because I've always listened to like Black Sabbath, so The Wizard was very popular. I was thinking the harmonica and Social D and Cadillac Tramps, they all had harmonicas here and there in their music. Harmonica would be cool. I could bust with it. I could do some things with it. That'd be kind of cool. And so I started getting into harmonica, and I was already going back to church. And I met a guy a while back, and he's a really good friend of mine. And he does worship there, at church. We became friends. And I told him, you know, I showed him pictures, cause we checked, and I showed him, oh, this is my harmonica set. You play harmonica? Like, no, I'm just learning. I was actually in a slump at that time, you know. And I go, yeah, I'm trying to learn, but it's hard, you know. So, oh, we gotta get together and, you know, this and that, you know. I'm like, yeah, when I'm ready, I'll get you, because I really want to play, you know. But I was struggling with it. And a friend of mine showed me some tricks. Who also plays harmonica. He plays harmonica on a rack. You know, he showed me some things that made like the first position stuff like really easy, and I understand a few things. So I, you know, took that to Bill, and well, he asked me to jam with him one night. You know, I go okay, and that was like right after that Stevie showed me how to do that, and so we played together, and he really liked it. You know, I'm like whoa, and it did sound. We recorded it, and it sounded pretty decent, pretty good. You know. And I was impressed with myself, you know, even though I'm just learning, you know, I was basically barely playing, you know, and so he goes, now let's do worship, and I'm like, yeah, and it was just gonna be like a one time thing, but we just really like playing with each other, you know, music wise, and it's really rad, and I love playing worship, and as I'm more playing with other people in a band, we got bass, guitar, vocals, drums, you know, and harmonica. And the more that I play, the better and faster I feel like I'm progressing, you know. And I'm playing some second position stuff now, and that is my basic. I know it's a long video. I'm sorry, but you know, that was my basic music history, and that's where I'm at today, you know. And as I'm you know, trying to wrap this up here, you know, I got a problem, you know, when I'm into music, even though that I'm not that good, I'm just learning stuff. I get addicted to gear. You know, it's called gear acquisition syndrome. You know, man, I just like shiny new things. You know, especially these harmonicas, they are shiny, and they're rad. You know, so I got a whole box of them. You know, so I have a lot of opinions on harmonicas, what I like, what I don't like, and stuff like that. And I'm gonna share that kind of information with you in the next video. So I got now that I'm playing with other people, you know, I got quite a bit of gear, and I got an opinion on that said gear, you know. So anyway, this video is getting way too long. I just want to say thank you. If you're watching this, thank you, and you know, be good to each other out there, man, and you know, find something to keep you busy and occupied, and have fun, you know, because that's what I'm trying to do. You guys have a good one, and I hope I'm going to see you out.